that I'm wearing from scratch using braided hair. Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. So this channel I share videos on sewing, knitting, hair, makeup, things that work for me, ideas, knowledge, whatsoever I feel like sharing with you people out here. I share it. So do well to subscribe and join the family if you're not a subscriber. And if you're already part of the family, that means you're a subscriber. Thank you so much guys for all the support. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. So today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this hair that I'm wearing from scratch using braided hair, as we mostly call it attachment here in Nigeria. Okay, and some people call it braided hair, some call it caniculon, whatever, fiber. So just to clear the air of what I'm talking about, if you have no idea, this is what I'm talking about. We all know superstar attachment. If you're in Nigeria, you know this. Even if you don't braid hair, you already know this because this has been in existence forever. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys how I made this from scratch. So if you like to see how I made this, to continue watching the video and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorials. And if you do love my outfit, let me show you what it looks like. I actually made this, so I will go ahead and leave the link of how I make it in my description box below. You can go and check that out. So we're going to be needing a wig cap. You can use any wig cap of your choice. I'm using this one because I feel it will be easy to crochet on. And you need a crocheting hook for the crocheting part. You need some paintbrush. Already, you know, anytime you make it, you need brush. You need some scissors, some dumb hair to put your cap and work on. You need some thread for coiling, and you also need the caniculum hair, the major thing that you need for the project. I'm using remnant of all the caniculum hair I've been having over in the house over the years. And you need some hair cream. And what I'll need to do next is to go ahead and mix all this my remnants hair that I have in the house, caniculum hair, braided hair, whatsoever you call it. Here in Nigeria we call it attachment. That's the most common name we use for this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and separate the hair and mix everything together, using small quantity at a time and adding colors as I go, because I have lots of color here. I have like gold, like gray. Is it gray? No, I don't know. How did they used to call all these colors? You guys should help me and put the names when you see the color. And I have this little pink. I wish I have more of it because it kind of add lots of color to the hair. I added a little bit of pink and mix everything all together. Just follow along. If you want to know how to mix hair, you just part them bit by bit, join them together again. This took forever. It's very tedious, guys. Mixing hair is not my calling, please. So I went ahead and mixed everything together. This is the, should I say, white, gray, whatever, I don't know how to call it, gray. Okay, so I mix everything together. The gold I have, I'll still mix everything all together. And once I have my desired mixture, when it gets too big, I'll separate it into two and work with one at a time, because you don't want this being too big. You waste lots of hair. when you're mixing it. So I'm going to be working with one section, adding more colors to it, mixing black, mixing gold, lots of mix. In fact, just mix everything I have in the house. These hairs, I've been keeping them over the years. If I'm braiding my hair, the one that remains, if I'm making like the pink one, I used it in making a wig also. Curly wig also. I like curly wigs. So that was the little I have left, and I can remember. Okay, so you guys, I'm finally done with all the mixture, and I feel this is too long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this into tomorrow. But I want this to be enough to complete the wig. I don't want to buy any new attachments or canicolon hair or whatever you call it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this into two. In fact, if I have my way, I would have cut it into three, but since it already has tips, I can't cut it into three. There is tips at the other end of the hair, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out the tips on this side that I've cut, because I don't want to have a blunt tip. So I'll just pull out everything. Then after pulling it out, I'm going to apply hair cream to the hair and brush it. Just apply hair cream and give it a good brush to get all the tangles out. Okay, so when I'm done brushing the hair, I'm going to be knotting these small sections of hair. I section them to work with each part so that I don't waste much of hair. I work what my hand can hold at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and like knot it a little bit and set it aside. So I'll be having these little bundles of hair that I've knot, and I'll set it aside for the crocheting parts. At this point, you can go ahead and coil yours if you feel comfortable coiling before doing the crocheting. But for me, I feel maybe next time I'll try the coiling before crocheting. But at this point, I want to go ahead and do the crocheting before the coiling. So I'm going ahead and put my cap in the dome head. Next thing, I'm going to use my chalk to indicate how I want to crochet on this. So I'll go ahead and use the chalk to mark out how I want to crochet on the cap. Okay, so this will act as my beat mark that I will follow when I'm crocheting. I'll also be using my eyes to check how well the thing is covering, the coverage and everything, but I just need what will act as a guide, so I'm marking it all out. So this is it, guys. Now I'm using my head to do like my eye to do a freestyle. You can go ahead and use the tape. 2 inches apart is okay, but I just use my hand, to freestyle it. So after I'm done marking this, the next thing is to go ahead and just crochet according to the line, following the line. We're going to use the crochet hook and do the crocheting. So mark and mark. Yeah, guys, so these are my lines, and I'm going to be working with this. So at this point, I just use my crochet hook. I inserted it into the knit. You already know how to crochet. It's very simple. Just put the crochet hook into the knit, hook some hair, pull it out, and that loop that you've just created, you're going to put your hands and pass this other hair through it and pull. So that allows the crochet in case you're new to crochet hair. Okay, so you just go ahead and do that line by lines, following all the lines. Please don't skip the lines. If you feel the space is much, you can go ahead and insert more lines, but the back part I did not insert any lines at the back part, so I'll just go ahead and follow my lines. So this is exactly what you will be doing till you get to like the crown of the head. And once you get to the crown of the head, I'm going to, because I did not use the same pattern of crocheting for the entire head, so once we get there, I'll show you how I did that part of the head. Okay, so just continue to do this. Once you get there, I'll show you how I do that. Okay, now so we have gotten to that part where I changed the crocheting pattern I was using. So as you can see, I've been doing it line by lines, and I did like 6 lines, and once I got to the 7th line, I changed how I was making the crochet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how that, in this part you need to cover up all those knots. Okay, and you're going to be using this invisible knot pattern to make the rest of the head till you get to the last part of your lines. Okay, so to do this, I'm going to explain how to do it. I'm not going to be showing you how I did the whole head, but I will just go ahead and explain. In this part, I actually use a smaller hook for it. You can go ahead and be using the same hook, but I want it to be more simple for me, so I use a smaller hook. So I just take a small piece of hair, insert my hook the hair, pass it through the net, and then I put my hand in the loop. Instead of passing through the 2 strands at the other end, I end up passing only 1 strand. Let me show you that again. So insert a hook the hair, pass it through the net, insert your hand in the loop, and pass 1 strand through the loop and pull the hair. In that way, the knots will be hidden under while the hair will cover it. So this is exactly what you're going to be doing for the rest of the hair till you get to the end part of the head. Okay, following how you drew your lines. Okay, so you're going to just go ahead and do exactly the same thing. All right, so continue doing that until you fill in everything all around. So I've gone ahead and I've filled everything, and this is what I have, you guys. I've filled everything. So you can see it looks very perfect. All the knots hidden. You won't even tell it's a crochet. So next thing, let's go ahead and do the next step, which is the straightening of the hair. You can skip this part, but any of my curly hair, I have to straighten it first before I coil it. So I just went ahead and tie up this other part and only bring out 1 line, to be working with 1 line at a time. So I tie up this other part to keep it out of the way. The next thing, you just want to brush the line that you've bring out and brush all the tangles out. After you do that, what you need to do next is to take a section of the hair and just straight it with your hair straighter, sorry. So with your flat iron, you just go ahead and press that over and over. This was another tedious part of this whole thing. Damn guys, this is serious work, but it's worth it because I did not even spend a dime. The nails I had in the house for over months now, the hair, a remnants of hair over the years. So this week for me is absolutely free, but if you're buying everything, I think with 2000 you'll have this hair, so it's worth the work. So you go ahead and straighten with your flat iron. If you have a professional flat iron that has setting for heat, I prefer you use it on medium heat, because if the heat is too much it will burn the attachment, and you have to be using like a quick sweep. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is giving already. Look at the shine, look at the shine, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and be doing this to all the hair lines by lines, taking smaller section at a time, pressing it very flat and silky because that's what I want. This will help to tame the flyaways, give it more shine at the end of everything. So you guys just straight till you straight the whole entire head. Okay, and once I'm done straightening, I'll come back and show you guys what the hair looks like. So just keep straightening the hair. Is it straightening or straightening or straightening, whatever you call it? Okay, straightening. Okay, I'll go ahead and straighten the hair. English hard. Okay, so once I'm done straightening, I'll show you guys what this hair looks like after straightening. It won't look trashy anymore, you know. It will look like, you know, bone straight hair. So this is it, you guys. After straightening the hair, this is what I have. Damn, told you to look like bone straight. This is not bone straight hair. I like it. So at this point, I was tempted to wear this hair straight. Damn, the color is giving. Everything is just too nice. I would have just cut this into a bang at the front, what we call full fringe, and wear it, but nah. I've already planned to make this a curly hair, so I'll make it a curly hair. But this is the style for another day. I'm surely going to try this. But I don't used to like that bang, so it used to itch on the forehead. I would have just cut the front and wait. Nah, don't be tempted. So let's go ahead and curl this. So we'll just curl this up. So to curl this, we're going to be using the thread method to make this. So you just need to brush the hair, and after brushing the hair to get all the tangles, be sure that there's no tangles, because if there are tangles when you're trying to separate it, it will make it look trashy. So you're going to use the hair and just how do I put this, tight to the base, wrap it like 5 times to give it a hole at the base of the hair. Then you go ahead and just wind the thread round the hair, giving little gaps in between like this. So just follow the process, follow what I'm doing. This is my first time of trying this, guys. This really gave me so much work. Like, this is my first time of trying to curl hair like with a thread, but you'll be fine. Just wrap it round. Once you get to the tip of the hair, you pull the hair off and you'll have this snail-like structure. I'm speaking anatomy. Nothing has done something to me. So you have a snail-like structure, anatomy of the hair. So just pull the hair up like this. There, this is so satisfying. This part is so satisfying. So just pull it up. Pull till you get to the base. Till everything is all curled up. And once everything is all curled up, you just go ahead and tie up this thread at the tip of it. So you just do that to the entire hair. Repeat the same process, section by section. Just section the hair and use the thread, wrap it around, pull it up, tie the thread at the tip, and you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do this to all the sections of the hair. Okay, you can see how cute my snail structure is looking. Anatomy of the hair. So I've gone ahead and I've done this, and this took forever, guys. I've done this to the entire head. Yeah, it's my first time, so don't laugh. It took forever. So the next thing, I'm going to be putting this in boiling hot water. I mean like 100 degrees boiling hot water, degrees Celsius boiling hot water. So how I did this, I just pour the water, making sure it soaks right deep into each and every one of the snail-like structures, anatomy of the hair. So just go ahead and soak everything up. Soak them one after the other, one after the other, and make sure that you soak everything. Don't skip anyone because you don't want to have to do a double work. If you skip anyone, you have to tie it up again and soak it in water. And make sure everything is well soaked. So after that, just dip into well to dab over those ones. Towel in very hot water and dab over the spaces that the water wasn't able to touch. In that way, the hot water will touch every part of the hair. Yes. This will help tame the fly away. So once you're done, you let it drip for a while, then you come back to separate the hair. So what you do is just cut the hair by the tip where you tie the thread, and then you go ahead and loosen the thread out, and you're going to go ahead and separate this our beautiful coil that has popped up. Damn guys, this is cute. Look at that. So the coil has popped up already, so all you need to do now is to separate it and make it fluffy. So I'm going to go ahead and separate this. So I'm going to be separating each and every section all around. Separate everything. Each section that you wrap up, you just cut it at the tip and separate everything. Separate it as much as you want it. Okay. So you just need to separate so that it will cover everything and fill up all the spaces. And that's it, guys. So once you're done separating everything, you should be having something like this. Look at that, guys. This is so cute. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and let this sit and air dry overnight. Then I'll come back to cut and style it. So the hair I stayed overnight and I have hair dry. Now I'm going to go ahead and style this. So I'll just section the part I want to cut as my bang at the front. So I'll just use my scissors and clip out that part that is too long and covering my eyes. And that is it, guys. Okay, so I think there's some other hair hanging out. I have to go to the mirror and trim this, and I'll come back and show you guys how it looks. But already, guys, I'm loving this. Just look at that. Can't believe this is absolutely free. Like, I did not spend 1 naira for this hair. Hey guys, okay, so let me go trim. So I've gone ahead and I've trimmed everything, and this is how the hair came out, guys. Is this not amazing? Look at that. This is the side of the hair, the other side of the hair, and this is the back of the hair. Look at the bounce. In case you think it's not soft and bouncy, my dear, it's soft and bouncy. So that's so much about it, guys, in my hair tutorial today. Until next time in my next video, thank you so much for watching. Do well to subscribe, click the subscription button and the notification button so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. So until next time, guys,